Just hold on 1 second.
Amy, come on.
Amy Klobuchar, I met you last year. The company I told you that I worked for is now broke. They're gone. Thanks for talking. Have more debates, please.
Is he out of here? Yo, hey.
Away.
You want to do a quick interview? Sure. What's her name?
Carrie Schneider.
And tell me what you were trying to ask her, because I was trying to ask her a question myself, but I couldn't get it today.
I met Amy Klobuchar last year at the fair. She's very personable. I have no personal problem with her. Yep. But what we just saw here is the problem we have in Washington. They don't want to talk to the people. Last year, she did take time. I told her, here's the thing, Washington has become my competition to keep a job. The owner of my company is so busy paying taxes and complying with rules and regulations that it costs a lot of money, and it limits customers because our prices have to go up to cover it. That business is now gone. Less than 1 year later, it was last year at the fair, business is now gone. 18 employees out of work, gone. Okay. I also talked to her about the Labor Department's farm bill to mandate licensing for anyone that operates anything powered on a farm. She said at that time that it wasn't going anywhere. Without a big public outcry, it did go somewhere. So I don't know where her information was, but it wasn't good information when I talked to her directly. This needs to stop. The people there, I don't care, it's not about party anymore. We need people that are willing to talk to the people. Why will she only have 2 debates? We should have more of these.
Well, she's obviously an incumbent, right? And she doesn't want to be challenged on any of these issues as much as he has.
No, she doesn't want to be challenged. She doesn't want to answer questions. I'm 4 feet away from her, and she turns to walk away, only to walk right back by me a little bit ago because her handlers pulled her away. That's a public servant? I don't think so. That's a joke.
You know, I've been trying to ask her questions for a while. I went by her booth last 2 days of the fair, and she wasn't there. I got a good interview online with Kurt Bills, and I was wondering if I'd like to ask her a few questions. Would you be interested if we could find a time to go ask her the questions that you need to ask her, and I'll bring my equipment and we could figure that stuff out? Because I'd be very interested, and I don't know where we'll catch her next. Maybe she'll be at her booth today, or maybe we got to go on the internet, but I'll give you my information.
Okay, hi. I want a picture.
I met you last year. I thank you again for being here. You were very personable. You talked and so on with me for quite a while. The company that I work for, and I remember, you probably don't.
An interview?
No. The company that I worked for then is now no longer there. That was the 4th one in 4 years. And I don't know if you probably don't remember me, you meet a lot of people, but I said, you guys really got to get this right. And the deficit is killing contractors.
Yes, and I talked, you should listen to the debate today about ideas
did.
for bringing the debt down and also making private sector strong, and we need to continue, and we'd be glad to work with you in our office.
The other thing that I talked to you last year about was that the Department of Labor's movement on trying to pull back on letting kids work on their family farms.
I was on the bill to reverse that.
Yeah. I know, and I did call your office, and I did want to say thank you. You and Jonathan, exactly.
I was one of the few Democrats on that bill.
Hey, I was just in line behind him. I was going to ask with NPR, and it got cut off for time. I was just going to ask you.
I thought you were with him.
Well, I was just recording because he's in front of me. I was going to ask you, you voted for the NDAA. I was wondering why you voted for the NDAA.
Well, this was for the funding for our troops. I thought it was incredibly important to keep our troops funded, their health care funded. It also included 2 provisions that mattered a lot to me, and that's elevating our National Guard general so that he could be on the Joint Chiefs of Staff, keeping sexual assault records in place for 50 years. Unbelievably, they were being destroyed in a few years. And I did vote for the Udall Amendment and among other things, to protect civil liberties. The bill wasn't perfect, and I am since on the Feinstein Amendment as we're trying to do some things on indefinite detention.
Are you aware of Brandon Raub being detained for his Facebook posts under the NDAA and put in a psych hospital without being charged?
No, I'm not aware of that case.
Thank you for your time. Have a good day.